It's the ladies' turn, ladies and gentlemen. The ladies taking on Linda. And they are off. They are working on these 10 deadlifts. These ladies moving 220 pounds on the bar. And looking like Lauren Oakley in lane 3, pulling ahead. First off that first set of deadlifts.
DJ Lucky Luke getting ready to bring the bangers as these ladies get ready to clang and bang with 135 pounds on that barbell. Which one of these athletes, couple of no reps I'm seeing right out of the gate. That's no way to start off this day of competition. As we have a couple judges' hands in the air as which one of our athletes is gonna make their way over to that barbell.
Showing which ladies were benching in the off-season, looking like Ashley Smith in lane 4.
Lauren Oakley doing a fantastic job, but it is Ashley Smith, your leader. Next up, Megan O'Connor. Danielle Resha in the mix.
As well as Danielle Miles in lane 2.
Danielle Resha going touch and go on those squat cleans. We saw both last weekend and this weekend, Miss Logan, that those squat cleans, touch and go right out of the gate, may not be the move.
These ladies are hyped. They want to get going on this event too, here in their West region.
Danielle Resha with one more rep to go. And Resha and Gonzalez moving on up. Resha and Gonzalez, your 1 and 2s. Ashley Smith in 3rd.
These ladies neck and neck off that first round of squat cleans.
You know, Resha, big Patriots fan. Tom Brady, her hero. Of course, remember, Super Bowl, they blew it. We hope that those touch and go weren't the mistake. As Resha finishing up her deadlifts. Here we go, Resha now advancing. Doing this one for Brady Omelet on her shirt. Followed right behind is Megan Gonzalez. So it goes 1, Resha, 2, Gonzalez, 3, Smith.
The ladies in the middle of the floor giving us a show. Lanes 4, 5, and 6 right in the middle of that rogue rig. These ladies onto their set of 9 135-pound bench press.
Resha locking out, taking a quick breather. Again, 135. Will that be enough for Megan Gonzalez? Megan Gonzalez with a few more reps to go. These ladies working on that set of 9. 9 bench press at 135. Remember, the standards must be met. They have to keep their feet on the ground, their butt on the bench. And it is Ashley Smith who takes over the lead, and now Resha playing a little catch-up as Ashley Smith going one at a time. Will Resha go touch and go like she did it with her set of 10? Yes, she will.
Ashley Smith going unbroken on that set of 9 on the bench press. Now using a different technique and breaking up those squat cleans from the beginning.
Sequoia Barrera in the zone as well. Resha now going going singles. Trying to catch up to Ashley Smith.
Ashley Smith with less than 5 reps.
Speaking of touch and go, there goes Megan Gonzalez. Having no trouble with 105 again. These athletes starting out strong, going touch and go with those reps, but we've seen it all weekend long, last weekend and today.
Danielle Miles in the mix in lane 2, finishing up her set of 9s. Miles looking to round out that top 3. She's just a step behind Danielle Resha in lane 6. But Ashley Smith in lane 4 is still holding on to that number 1 position. Sequoia Barrera in lane 9, also in the mix.
Resha back to work on those deadlifts, but it is Ashley Smith who has the lead. We have our first of 4 heats for individual event Linda, presented by Rock Tape.
Listen, Linda. Rock Tape bringing us event 2. These ladies giving us their second effort of the day. Our first heat of ladies taking the floor and showing us what these ladies' weights look like. Again, quite a bit of volume at quite moderate heavy weights. Maintaining that 17-minute time cap to go from 10 down to 1 by ones with a deadlift, bench press, and squat clean. Ashley Smith in lane 4.
Smith, your leader as we approach the 6-minute mark. Resha trying to catch up.
Ashley Smith with her 3rd rep. 105 pounds on that barbell. And Sequoia Barrera pulling into 2nd place. She's just a couple reps ahead of Danielle Miles in lane 2. Danielle Resha starting to slow down on that 135-pound bench press.
And you got to think, oh, she needs a little bit of assistance as she gets that barbell racked up. And like I said, that great equalizer that we've seen, Miss Logan, those touch-and-go squat cleans could be the great equalizer. As Resha tries to catch up to Ashley Smith, who advances that barbell. Megan O'Connor looking to do the same as well as Megan Gonzalez makes her way to the barbell. But right now, all eyes on Ashley Smith as we approach the 7-minute mark. These athletes are gonna have 10 minutes remaining.
10 minutes to go. And they're gonna start chipping away. Our leaders are starting to chip away at the 7s. They're through those first longest rounds. Ashley Smith back to her deadlift with 5 reps to go. Five deadlifts left for Ashley Smith. Make that 0. She is on to her 7 bench press.
Resha getting underneath it, so does Megan Gonzalez, but Ashley Smith and Sequoia Barrera going to work on those 7 bench press.
Barrera getting set with her feet up on the bench, but needing to place those feet flat on the ground for those reps to count. 5 reps left for Barrera. Ashley Smith jamming through that 135-pound bench press.
Ashley Smith shaking it out as she approaches that barbell with 7 reps to go. Sequoia Barrera approaching her barbell. Got a few more reps to go as well. Sequoia getting up and underneath it. Wasted no time as we hit the 8.5-minute mark. Remember, 17-minute cap, less than 10 minutes to go for these all-star athletes on the final event of day 1.
Ashley Smith just about a rep ahead of Sequoia Barrera. Sequoia Barrera driving out of the hole of that squat. Ashley Smith in lane 4. Less than 5 reps to go. And Barrera and Smith are neck and neck as they finish the round of 7s. Smith picking up the pace just a bit, trying to get ahead of the legs of Sequoia Barrera. And which lady will bite first? They're on to the deads, they're on to their 6s. We are more than halfway through the 17-minute time cap. It is Barrera moving into first place, showing us that she means business with these heavyweights, Josh. Barrera gets set. Gets those glutes pinned to the bench. Ashley Smith slowing down that pace a bit on those bench press. Maybe went a bit too hot out the gate, but there she goes, a short reset. 3 unbroken reps. 4th unbroken rep for Ashley Smith in lane 4. Sequoia Barrera in lane 9 in the blue Rogue t-shirt, holding on to that first place position. And she grips and rips that 105-pound barbell off the ground. And she is 1 rep ahead of Ashley Smith in lane 4. Your leaders, lane 9, Sequoia Barrera. Lane 4, Ashley Smith.
We are at the 11-minute mark, ladies and gentlemen. 17-minute cap, 6 minutes remaining as our athletes working on that set of 6.
Holding on to that 3rd place spot is Danielle Miles in lane 2. Barrera in 1st, Smith in 2nd, Miles in 3rd. Miles finishing up her 6s. Barrera and Smith onto their 5s. Then these ladies will have about 5.5 minutes left to work.
Megan O'Connor making her way over to the barbell, trying to finish up her set of 6. Sequoia and Ashley duking it out as Sequoia gets that barbell up, going to work on that bench press. Sequoia having no trouble. She knocks out a big chunk of reps.
Desiree Rogers in lane 8 in all black, going touch and go.
Yeah, Sequoia asking her fans to get on their feet.
Barrera trying to set the time to beat, breaking up this set of 5s.
We are approaching the 12.5-minute mark as Sequoia, your new leader here in lane number 9. Sequoia Barrera starting to find her rhythm as she hits these final set of 5 before moving on to that set of 4. There goes Sequoia.
Sequoia holding on to that 1st place position. She is not slowing down, Josh. She is showing us some hustle. She's got her 4s ahead of her. Her closest competitor is Ashley Smith, finishing up her 5s still. Smith moves that barbell down the line and heads back to join Barrera to try to pound out the rest of these reps.
Sequoia now advancing over to that set. She's got 4 reps as we hit the 13.5-minute mark. Sequoia working on 4 reps. Sequoia holding on to that lead. Resha needs help as she gets that barbell up in the rack. Ashley Smith trying to catch up, but it is Sequoia making her way over to that barbell.
Barrera dropping the weight belt, getting ready to do some work on that 105-pound barbell.
Having no trouble whatsoever. She gets up and underneath that bar. Sequoia, as we have 3 minutes remaining. 3 minutes.
3 minutes on the clock, and Ashley Smith is back to that 105-pound barbell for 4 squat cleans.
Sequoia now moving into that set of 3.
And there goes Smith, gripping and ripping from the ground, touching and going her last 2 reps. It's Sequoia Barrera in lane 9, holding on to that number 1 position. And Josh, here she comes. She's got 3 bench ahead of her. Danielle Miles fighting for the rep with good lockout. And here she comes in lane 2, Danielle Miles trying to hold on to that 3rd place spot.
Sequoia over there in lane number 9 now with 3 reps away from finishing. 3 reps away from finishing her set of 3. We have less than 2 minutes. Can Sequoia finish up this event and under the cap? We got about 90 seconds.
Danielle Miles looking determined. Danielle Miles going to start her 3s. She's gonna have just under 90 seconds left to work.
Sequoia on her set of 2s as we got 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Ashley Smith joining Barrera on the set of 2s. And ladies and gentlemen of Del Mar, let's give these ladies some love.
They got 1 minute as Sequoia Barrera gets 1 rep into her bench. 2 reps, and she is gonna have a race against the clock. Can Sequoia Barrera finish this event and under the cap? She's got about 45 seconds to do so. Her family and friends cheering her on right at that finish line. There's 1. Sequoia's gonna have to kick it into 5th gear. She's finished her 2nd set and now 3 reps away. Come on, Del Mar, make some noise as Sequoia, with about 30 seconds left, looking to finish this event and under the cap. Sequoia setting up for that deadlift. There it is. 1 in the bank. She's got 20 seconds. It's gonna be awfully close, Logan. A little bit of a cramp.
With 10 seconds on the clock.
Her calf cramping up, and she will not be able to finish this event and under the cap. Nonetheless, 3, 2, 1, time. 10 seconds. Stand by. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here comes heat number 2. As our athletes getting ready to go right to work on those deadlifts, 10 deadlifts, 10 bench press, 10 squat cleans. Those bench press, 135, the deadlifts, 220, and the squat cleans, 105. Look to see Dot and Aya make some moves. Keston Mendoza making her way over to the bench.
These ladies taken to the bench press for the first time this event.
Aya over there in lane number 4, wasting no time. Looks like she's going unbroken, Miss Logan.
Unbroken for Aya in lane 4 in the all black. Wasted no time to make her way over to her 105-pound barbell for her 10 squat cleans.
Again, touch and go. We'll see if that slows these athletes down at the end of this event. Daniel Resha came out strong with those touch and go squat cleans. We saw how that played out, Logan, and so these athletes that play it a little bit more conservative have a better chance of finishing this event.
Feeling fresh, feeling excited might not be the best technique to attack these sets of 10. But Ia Surich in lane 4 is moving on back to the deads. Kelsey Ware in lane 6 gave us a clinic on her endurance.
Kelsey Ware put on a show in event number 1 as she makes her way over. There goes Dot. Dot, we know, can move some weight. Dot over there in lane number 1 getting ready to move as she works on her set of 9. Kelsey Ware finishing up her set of 9, but it is Aya getting underneath that barbell. Keston Mendoza making her way to the barbell as well as we pass the 2-minute mark.
Less than 5 reps for Aya in lane 4. She's trying to create some distance between herself and the other competitors. 5 more deadlifts for Chelsea Nicholas in lane 5. But Aya Surich in lane 4. All black, ready to attack those 9 squat cleans.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Which one of these athletes is going to move on and advance first?
This 135-pound bench press. Showing to be a bit of a difficulty for some of the ladies in this heat. Kelsey Ware in lane 6, the light blue shorts. Onto her 9 squat cleans. Carly Stone with the braids. Joining Ware on the set of 9s. But keep your eyes peeled in lane 4. Aya Surich leading the pack.
Surich on those deadlifts. Going touch and go.
That deadlift weighing 220 pounds. But it is no trouble for Aya. She is on to her set of 8 135-pound bench press. And those reps not slowing down at all, Josh. Behind her remains Kelsey Ware in lane 6.
Mendoza advancing that barbell into her round of 8.
Aya's back to the barbell. That squat clean, she's holding on. That's 2 unbroken touch and go reps. Make it 3. Nothing like touch and go moderate squat cleans to spike the heart rate. And then head back to a heavy barbell for deadlifts and bench press. It's where Linda's catching up with people. Not just the weight, but the lungs as well. Kelsey Ware is off the bench and back to the squat cleans.
Kelsey trying to catch up. Surich there holding on to that lead with Ware in second. Ware going touch and go. Here comes Dot and Carly Stone. Dot over there in lane number 1. Carly Stone, savvy veteran here of the West Regional. And Dot having no trouble with that weight. Casey Campbell joining the mix as well.
Casey Campbell getting ready to attack the 8s, trying to catch up with Dot Morenton in lane 1. That bar jumping off her shoulders after she finishes those reps. And there goes Kelsey Ware. Back to start chipping away at the 7. She is trying to catch up to Aya Surich in lane 4. But Aya more than 7 reps ahead of Ware.
Stone getting ready to chase down Dot. As Mendoza chasing down Stone. Mendoza going touch and go, but it is Surich who chalks it up. Surich shaking it out. As she gets underneath the bar. Surich with less than 5 reps to go. Mendoza less than 5 reps to go in her set of 8. But all eyes are on lane number 4 as Surich passing the 7-minute marker. Your leader as she advances into that set of 6 reps.
Giving us a heavy, moderate weight clinic here, Josh. Surich in lane 4 is not slowing down. She is over the hump of the majority of reps of this event as she begins her 6s. She's taking a short breath and getting set before gripping that 220-pound deadlift barbell. Kelsey Ware in lane 6. Shona, she is here to compete. Completing event 1.
Here we go, approaching that 8-minute marker as Surich. Taking her place on that rogue, bench made specifically for the regional events. Folks over there at Rogue coming up, cooking up something with their lab. I think that's what they came out with. There goes Dot. Let's make some noise for Dot. Dot making her way back to her barbell. Dot out of CrossFit training yard. Surich chalking it up as she makes her way over the barbell for 6 reps at those squat cleans. We have 2 more heats to go, and then we are done for the day. We'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. for the kickoff of day number 2, as our team is going to kick us off tomorrow. Meanwhile, yeah, just having no trouble whatsoever with 105. Yeah, getting underneath it. And she moves into that set of 5.
And she is on the downhill, Josh, and she is not slowing down.
Keston Mendoza working on her set of 7. Keston looking to advance into that set of 6. But all eyes are on lane number 4 as Chelsea Nicholas looks to catch up to Mendoza. Caitlin Ritchie trying to do the same as well. So we have 1, your leader, Surich. We have Kelsey Ware and Carly Stone as Mendoza enters into that round of 6. It is Kelsey Ware holding on to 2nd place. Carly Stone now in 3rd.
Kelsey Ware going singles now. Trying to speed through the end of this round of 6s. And counted as 6. Kelsey Ware rolls her bar into the 5s and heads back to begin her 5 deadlifts. But Ia Surich in lane 4, still maintaining that lead. She has 5 squat cleans.
We have less than 7 minutes to go as Surich gets underneath that bar, trying to finish up this event.
And Josh Surich just went unbroken for the set of 5s.
Like I said, that is where we start to see our athletes pull away from one another. That set of 5 always. The rep count that gets our athletes out of the floor and into that finish line. It's can they keep that pace going?
Also on the 5s, Dot Morenton in lane 1, beginning to attack her 5 bench press. A no rep for Kelsey Ware, requiring the help of her judge to pull that bar up and off of her body. The volume of this 135-pound bench press catching up with some of these ladies. But Kelsey Ware able to get that good rep.
Kelsey Ware on her set of 5 as Mendoza looks to finish up her set of 6. But it is Surich with a commanding lead, now moving into her set of 4.
Surich in lane 4 on the 4s. And she is maintaining that unbroken touch and go pace, Josh. She's done with the 4s, she's on to the 3s. She has less than 5 minutes on the clock, but I don't think she will need that entire time.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, approaching the 12.5-minute mark, less than 5 minutes remaining for our athletes here in heat number 2. We got heats 3 and 4 remaining.
Hillary Steele in lane 3, grinding through her 105-pound squat cleans. Kelsey Ware showing the hustle, showing her heart. Moving in between these barbells, wasting no time, gripping and ripping from the ground.
That's right, Lloyd. There she goes for a set of 4 touch and go. Meanwhile, Surich looking for 3 touch and go reps. Less than 4 minutes as Surich on pace to finish this event and under the cap.
Surich is done with the 3s, on to the 2s. She's in the home stretch. Dot Morenton in lane 1, flying through those squat cleans.
Dot wasting no time as Dot makes her way back to that barbell. We got about 3 minutes, athletes, 3 minutes.
He is Surich. 2 good bench press reps. Looking for 2 good squat clean reps. Count it 1. Count it 2. Surich advancing her barbell, and now she is down to her last 3 reps of Linda.
And here we go. Surich looking to set the top time to beat as she has 1 more set at each movement. Surich 1 deadlift down. Surich on that barbell as she gets that bench rep in the bank. And here we come, Del Mar. Let's cheer on. And Surich finishing up with a time to beat of 15:04.
15:04, that means we have less than 2 minutes to work. We've got a couple other ladies on their last set, their set of 1s. A couple other ladies on their sets of 2s. In this grueling event, this test of fitness, test of strength, test of the lungs. Kelsey Ware sprinting to finish. Getting under that 105-pound barbell. She's up and over, and she is across the finish line. Casey Campbell going touch and go on those last 2 reps.
Dot looking to finish up as well as we have 1 minute remaining. Come on, Del Mar, 2 more heats to go. These ladies putting on a show for you. Let's cheer them on as Dot gets that barbell up, locks it out. And now Dot out of CrossFit training yard. 1 squat clean away from a finish with about 40 seconds.
She stands it up, she's up and over. And count it for Dot Morenton.
We got 30 seconds left as Casey Campbell now trying to finish up as well. Campbell racing into that end zone and she gets it done.
Carly Stone is in. And that is 15 seconds on the clock, ladies. Last 10 seconds to work for Linda. Del Mar, let's make some noise. Let's count them down. They've got 3, 2, 1, time. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for the ladies here in Heat 2.
Got Emily Abbott in lane number 1, Brooke Entz in 2, Reagan Huckabee in 3, Alessandra Pacelli in 4. You've got Kirsten Pedri in 6, Joey Kimden in 9, Lindsey Valenzuela in 10. Bill, is this one of these events where you can keep an eye on your athletes as they're next year, or you just kind of see where their squat clean barbell is moving up to?
I think everyone in the first 2 rounds will be able to kind of have an idea where everyone is, but once you get into that 3rd round, people are going to be all over the place. So you have to know your game, figure out what your rep sets are going to be, and know your plan, and then be able to hit that.
But as we saw from some of the men earlier, maybe don't have too much of a plan.
Well, you don't want to overplan. You have to understand that, like, hey, you got to know that after the round of 8, you've done half the work. You got to know that when you hit the round of 5, you only have 15 left. So know your plan, but know when it's time to race. Break your stuff up early and then hit it after that.
Again, we are getting ready for Heat 3 of event number 2 here inside Del Mar Arena. Event 2, Heat 3 has begun. Linda, a classic, descending reps from 10 to 1 of deadlifts, bench presses, and squat cleans.
And I think if you have to look for the advantage on this particular event, it's going to be the larger athletes. The heavier athletes are going to be stronger. The weight isn't going to affect them as much. But I will also say, but because of the range of motion of these movements, if you're a shorter athlete, you're going to have a little bit of an advantage. Now, we look across the field here, and we have kind of a myriad of everybody. We have Carlene Matthews, it's a little bit smaller. We got Lindsey Valenzuela right there. That's a more powerful athlete. Carlene is strong, but what's going to serve her well mostly in this particular event is going to be the fact that she doesn't have to travel that bar nearly as far. If you look all the way over to the far side in lane number 1, over by Emily Abbott, Brooke Ant in lane 1 and lane 2, those are going to be some of the bigger athletes, the stronger athletes. I think they're going to move the bar better comparatively to the smaller athletes.
This is Alessandra Pacelli. She is our leader in the early goings here in the round of 10 in lane number 4.
Now, Ted, even though I said that you may have a mechanical advantage between one or the other, we saw earlier that that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to win or lose this particular event. It's going to be how you decide to break up these first 3 rounds. On the bench press, are you going to break them up? What are you going to do on the squat cleans? Are you going to go touch and go early, or are you going to go singles? I think generally speaking, the best play is break up your movements early, and especially in those first 3 rounds, so that you have the capacity once you hit that round of 6 to start being unbroken on the majority of the movements.
Again, you see some of our athletes getting back to the round of 9 now. Our leader is Emily Abbott in lane number 1. Also seeing Reagan Huckabee in there, as well as in lane 7, Carlene Matthews. Again, lane 1 towards the top of your screen. Emily Abbott is in the lead. She's coming off the bench press on her round of 9 and walking up to the squat cleans. Again, the round of 9.
Now, this is one of the things that Emily really needs to be careful. Look at, she's blasting on a large set of those squat cleans. She doesn't need to do that. We saw in the first event earlier today, she came out kind of hot, felt good, but wasn't able to hold on. For her, she really needs to watch that in this particular event. Again, it feels like you're doing a whole lot of reps and you got through the round of 8. You think you're on your way down, but you've only done half the work. So she really needs to be aware of that as she goes into these movements.
So Abbott in lane 1 at the top of your screen, walking left to right. She is in the lead. She's making her way back to the deadlift bar for her round of 8. Second place is lane number 4, Pacelli, but we're back at Abbott. She's our leader in lane 1, again on the round of 8 now for deadlifts.
See, now I'm surprised that she broke on the deadlifts. Of all the places not to break, I would say hold on to the bar for the deadlifts. You can take your time with the rest on the cleans, doing singles, and on the bench press, breaking that up in half if you need to, even 3 times if you need to on the bench.
Up to the bench for Abbott. This is Pacelli in lane 4. She's in second right now in this heat. Round of 8 for the deadlifts for her.
Now, rep-wise, she's only about 5 reps or so behind Emily Abbott, but she rested a lot longer on the squat cleans. And here she is getting to the bench, and that's where Emily is too. So again, you have to be careful. Just because you can go unbroken early doesn't mean that you should go unbroken early. Emily needs to bring it down just a touch because she still has a lot of reps left that she has to contend with.
Again, Emily Abbott up there on the far left of your screen, top left corner more accurately. She's in the lead. She's on the round of 8 in her squat cleans. You see Pacelli coming up to join the party as well in the round of 8.
And this is what I was impressed with Carlene. She's in 3rd place in this heat currently. We talked about the heavier athlete having the advantage. She's by far under this weight. So the fact that she's sitting in 3rd place, 4th place, 3rd place, 4th place, and holding her own is pretty impressive. We still have a lot of reps to go. So even though she's breaking everything up quite a bit, it's going to save her a lot for when she needs to really kind of race once she gets that round of 5.
And we see now Abbott back to the round of 7 now on the deadlifts. She's on the right side of your screen. She's the lone athlete back in the deadlift area. Again, round of 7 for her.
I think generally speaking across the board, where the ladies are going to have the hardest time is going to be on the bench. I just don't think that the women classically will do that much bench press work. The thing with Emily is she just has a workhorse capacity, with her farming background and things like that, when she was younger. So she's used to doing some grunt work. So I think she's going to have some upper body strength that a lot of the girls don't have in their repertoire.
This is Pacelli now in lane number 4. She's in 2nd place right now. There's Abbott at the top of your screen, working towards finishing her round of 7 on the squat cleans. And now we're seeing Pacelli moving a bit quicker now. We do see Abbott moving left to right. Pacelli there still on the round of 7. Trying to close the gap between her and Abbott in lane 1.
And again, not a bad idea to do chunks of touch and go, but she has to make sure that she's moving efficiently as she's doing that. You see her back there in the back of the screen. Even though she's going touch and go, she's got to get that bar to her hips. So right now it's all arms. That bar's not making any kind of contact with her legs or her hips. So she's literally using all arms rather than the mass of her body to move that bar.
Again, that's Carlene Matthews, who is caught up to Alessandra Pacelli right now. Looks like they'll get back to the deadlift bar together. And Abbott's on the bench press in a round of 6, and she's just finishing up. Or at least she's breaking it up, excuse me.
Look at Carlene go. Just a piston on that deadlift.
So as Matthews gets up to her bench press, we see that Abbott has already moved to round of 6 on the squat clean. Halfway mark. This is Abbott, our leader in lane 1.
You can see that bar is making contact with Emily's legs. It's a little low, I mean, classically speaking, and she really doesn't need to stand up that tall for each one of those. She can just pull herself underneath the bar, but at least she's getting her body to help bump that bar up. Alessandra Pacelli wasn't doing that. She's really just yanking it up with her arms. But look at Carleen. And I think with her, the issue, if I'm going to say there's an issue, the slow portion for her event is going to be on that bench press position. And she's taking time to deal with that. But on the squat cleans, shorter range of motion, so this actually plays to her favor, the fact that she doesn't need to pull that bar up so high.
Again, this is Matthews in second right now on her round of 6, working her way back to her round of 5. You see Abbott there in lane 1 on her round of 5 at the bench press already.
Whoa.
5 deadlifts done now. She's on to 5 squat cleans in lane 1. Take a look at some of these top scores that we've seen in Event 2 from the regionals. Katrin Davidsdottir, 1250 in this. Sarah Sigmundsdottir, 1303. You see Brooke Wells in the East coming in with a 1442. So those are our top scores from Event 2 in the regional as Matthews comes flying out again.
I just really love how Carleen's really pushing the tempo on those transitions. She realizes that she's taking a little bit of time on the bench and really making up the time on the transitions, not only on the transitions, but also on these squat cleans. I mean, the rest that she's taking in between her sets of touch and go are so short, it's giving her the time to make sure she gets the reps on the bench.
She's in second, making her way back. This is Abbott, our leader, on her round of 4. Back up to the squat cleans. Gap is 17 minutes. She's got just under 5.5 minutes left.
Yeah, now she looks very strong up at the top of the screen.
Now to the round of 3 for Abbott. The only thing we've seen from her so far, Bill, is she had a little bit of struggle in the round of 5 on her last rep of bench press, but she's moving strong right now.
Well, and that's right in that. And I don't want to say the 5 is the middle because that's not the middle. It's the middle number, but it's not really the middle as far as reps go. But I think she pushed a little hard in the beginning, and that's where she kind of hit the wall a little bit. Was able to kind of recover herself and then figure out how to set those tempos correctly and go. Carleen had a little bit of a fumble there with the bench press, but again, this is what we talked about. This is her weak point of the 3 movements, and that's okay. The ref was there, the judge was there to reset that bar for her, but we know she's gonna move fast on the transitions and on the rest of the cleans that she has, moving into that next to the last round.
Here's Abbott on her round of 3 and moving quickly up to the round of 2 now. And that is her at the top of your screen, moving left to right and back to the deadlift for the round of 2. Nehea Shurik got 15:04.56 in heat number 2 here. Again, that's 15:04.56. See Abbott on the far right of your screen. Here's Matthews. Working your way back to the bench. This is where she struggled a little bit last time. Here's Abbott, our leader, on her round of 2. Making quick work of those.
She sees that light at the end of the tunnel.
Here's Matthews.
Wow, that looks strong.
Making it through the round of 3 very easily. But Abbott back to 1. Now 1 bench. One squat clean remains for Emily Abbott in lane number 1. She'll be able to take the lead here in heat 3 of event number 2, and she does. One heat is remaining, but Emily Abbott moves into the lead here in event number 2.
You can see Carlene getting fired up every time she comes to the bench. She knows that this is the tough part for her. Saw her smack the beam of the bench going into that last set, but didn't have really any issues on that set of 3. So I'm not expecting to see any kind of issues the rest of the time. She's seen the light at the end of the tunnel. She's ready to finish this event.
Makes it through the 2 easily, does Matthews. Now she's got 2 squat cleans before her final round of 1 deadlift, 1 bench press, and 1 squat clean. So a reinvigorated Matthews after a fail on the bench is moving strongly now.
Whoa.
1 and done. A little hitchy on the way up.
I think she just rushed it just a touch. You know, she's on her toes just a little bit. Not a big deal.
Now 1 squat clean remains for Matthews. No problem for her.
Nice. Nice finish by Carlene.
Here's Pacelli in lane 4. And she'll come in under 16 minutes. There's Reagan Huckabee on the right, Brooke Entz on the left. And Huckabee has no problem with the bench, and now she's got 35 seconds to deal with 1 more rep on the squat clean. And she'll get in under the cap.
Nice finish.
Looks like she was cramping up at the end there. Now just 15 seconds remain. That's Petrie. She's going to run out of time. So just an impressive performance, Bill, from Emily Abbott, start to finish.
You know, she came out pretty hot. I thought she was going to overshoot it like she did in the first event, but that was not the case. She just looked comfortable the whole way. But again, we talked bigger athlete versus smaller athlete, which is this going to be better for? And then our first and second in this heat was a bigger athlete and a smaller athlete, and both of them looked great. But Emily came up with out with the win. But she started at the beginning doing touch and go cleans. I was extremely concerned about that when she did that. I thought she may have burned herself out. She hit a wall a little bit. We saw her kind of fumble with the bench just a touch around that 5th or 6th set. But other than that, she looked solid, very smart, knows her body well, and just kind of clipped her way through every single one of those reps and was able to really not slow down, but once she got that set of 4, saw the light at the end of the tunnel and crushed it at the end.
Taking a look now at our lane assignments. We've got Jordan Adcock in lane 4, China Cho in lane 6, Tia Wright in lane 8, and Becca Voigt in lane number 10. Again, we are getting ready for heat 4 of event number 2 here at the 2018 Reebok CrossFit Games, the West Regional. And it was Emily Abbott in heat number 3 who set the time to beat here. And she has put herself in command. But now look at China Cho to see if there will be a response from her. Of course, all eyes on her heading in to this West Regional. Again, getting set for the start here of heat 4, event number 2. And heat 4 is underway. Immediately we get a look at Becca Voigt there, Bill, and she has the experience. Does that pay off in one of these events, just her knowing and having so much experience, knowing her rep ranges on an event like this?
I will say that there is old school CrossFit athletes and there are new school CrossFit athletes. And I think the more OG the athletes are, that when these named workouts, when these named events pop up, they have experience with them. They've done them more often. They know what it feels like. It isn't some sort of contrived training program. It's old school CrossFit. The fact that this has come up, we're gonna see who has still been doing bench in their workouts. I think that that's a movement that for a lot of CrossFitters has been removed because they misunderstood that that wasn't something that we were supposed to do. But it is an element that we're supposed to do. We are supposed to be able to do all of these things. So the fact that here it is in a regional event, a regional competition, I think that that's wonderful.
So this is a standardized version of Linda. How did they come to these weights?
So the classic version is going to be based on your body weight. So the deadlift is going to be 1.5 times your body weight. The bench is your body weight, and the squat cleans is 3/4 your body weight. But obviously you couldn't do that with all the different athletes here. So what they did was they took an average of all of the athletes, what their weight is, figured out, or added it all together, took an average, and that became the number. So if you were a little above, congratulations. If you're a little below, you're gonna have to make it work.
That is our early leader in heat number 4, Janine Shillington. She's through her sets of 10 and now on to 9. She is the first back to the bar at the deadlift. Again, Shillington in lane 2. Looks like China Cho is making her way back, as well as Haley Murillo in lane number 7. Let's take a look at what they're chasing now. The top scores, Katrin Davidsdottir, 12:50. That is the event record. We also saw Sarah Sigmundsdottir with 13:03. We saw Brooke Wells with a 14:42. Again, Katrin Davidsdottir with 12:50. That's the event record right now.
And that's so fast. So fast. I mean, you wouldn't, I mean, Katrin is obviously a great athlete, but I wouldn't peg her as a power athlete like that. But I think that's knowing your body. So of all these athletes that are on the floor, if you know your body, you know when to break these over the course of 55 reps, I think those are going to be the ones that win. It's not the strongest athlete, it's going to be the smartest athlete.
So Murillo, China Cho, and Janine Shillington all make their way to the round of 9 on the squat cleans together. Our time to beat, we just saw it in heat number 3, Emily Abbott, 14:20:15. There's Murillo. She's in lane number 7.
Now, one of the things that Haley's doing is you can see her holding onto the bar a little bit longer than she needs to. If that bar is not being moved, it should be put on the floor and resting. This makes no sense to hold it up in that front rack position unless that bar is moving.
And she's going to make her way back to the round of 8 for deadlifts first. Janine Shillington just behind her over there towards the top of your screen in lane number 2, but on the far right, that is Murillo. And she and Shillington will come to the bar together, but Shillington backs off, and Murillo is using this to bang out some reps now on the round of 9.
But again, look at that, holding and resting up at the top. That's grip that you're just wasting energy. This is one of the things that I've seen Haley do. She really goes for it, which is great. She's attacking, but if you do that too early, then you're not gonna have enough gas left in the tank when you need to actually race, which is gonna be that set of 6 down.
And you see China Cho moving up as well. She's in the red top, getting seated at the bench.
I really honestly think if you are timing your rest correctly, you should be able to go right to the next bar and start reps. If you get to that bar, you rush to the bar, and then you wait, that was a waste of a rush. You didn't even need to do that.
They're on their round of 8 right now here, approaching 5 minutes of which 12 minutes will remain. See in the background of this shot, China Cho trying to catch up with Murillo and Shillington.
That's the difference.
And here comes China Cho in lane 6. And she's going to take the lead in the round of 8, be the first out to the bar on the squat cleans. Shillington right behind, as is Murillo now on the right of Cho in this shot.
Now again, we talked about strategy. This is the difference between what Haley's doing in the white tank top, doing the touch and goes. China's going singles. It's early in this event. Once we get through the 8s, they would have only done 27 reps. They have a lot more to do. So it doesn't serve you very well to crush yourself in this round. Save yourself a little bit so that when you get to the round of 6 or the round of 5s, you're going to go unbroken.
So Murillo moves up to the round of 7 first. She moves into the lead and makes her way back to the deadlift. 7 deadlifts now, 7 bench presses, 7 squat cleans. Shillington coming back in lane number 2. So Murillo on the right, Cho on the left. Round of 7 now. And Murillo holds on to her lead over Cho and moves on to the round of 7 for bench press.
China broke up those deadlifts more than I thought she would. Even though Haley got to the bench press, look how hard she's breathing. She's really struggling, and this is where she struggled on that last round. So she should be putting that rack it back up. Get that weight off your shoulders, let yourself breathe, then pull it back off the rack.
She'll stop at 4. She's got 3 more. Again, a round of 7 here. Classic CrossFit test. Linda, descending reps of 10 all the way down to 1 on deadlift, bench press, and squat clean. So that's 7 for Murillo. She is our leader. So Murillo up to 7 squat cleans now. And here comes Shillington and China Cho. Round of 7 on the squat cleans.
Haley breaking up into those singles. The only real downside with the singles is you have to wait for that bar to stop bouncing. So it may take longer. Your rest may take longer than you want it to. One of the things you can do is as it drops, you can push the bar down to the ground if you want to kind of deaden that bounce.
So Murillo maintains her lead. She'll be back to the deadlift first. Here comes Shillington in lane number 2. This will be the round of 6 now. This is Shillington. She is in 2nd place. See China Cho right of center in your screen with the red top. She's on the round of 6 as well. Trying to catch up with Shillington and Murillo. Here's Becca Voigt in lane 10 in 4th right now.
That was a good move by Becca. A little bit of falter, put it right back to the hooks. Let those arms rest.
And Murillo back out in the round of 6 to the squat cleans. And on the left, here comes China Cho on the round of 6 as well. On the right, it's Haley Murillo. Now she's center screen. You can see China Cho approaching. It's her set of 6 as well. Now she's on to the round of 5. So Murillo holding on to her lead. Staying out in front of Shillington who has to replace her bar. And there's Shillington at the top of your screen, moving left to right. This is the round of 5 now for Murillo.
Now we just have 15 reps of each of the movements left. So the majority of the work has been done, at least two-thirds of the work has been done. Haley needs to just be thinking, okay, whatever pace I have, I need to keep this. I can't let myself shut down. The only time I really saw her have any sort of issue was on the bench. She's got to keep herself moving. The fact that Becca's sitting right up here behind them is good. And look at that tempo. Looked very strong on that deadlift. She's just creeping up on the rest of the field, creeping up on them.
Again, this is Murillo, round of 5. Murillo is still our leader. This is Murillo, our leader, on to her round of 4. She is in the lead right now. Back to the deadlift first. 4 deadlifts, now she'll be on to 4 bench presses.
I'll tell you what, I'm impressed with the way she's grinding through these different movements. It's not the prettiest form, and not that it has to be. I mean, we're in a competition setting, so all it has to do is work. Just have to get the work done, which she's doing. But my goodness, she looks like she's been fighting since the first round. It doesn't look like it's changed, and she's still sitting up in the lead. Very impressed.
And she's making her way through those 4 bench presses, and now it's on to 4 squat cleans for Murillo. Murillo looking strong. Heat 4 of event number 2 at the 2018 Reebok CrossFit Games West Regional. We've got Haley Murillo in the lead on her round of 3, approaching the bench press. This event is Linda, descending reps from 10 all the way down to 1 on deadlift, bench press, and squat clean. This is Murillo, our leader, again on that round of 3. Making quick work of the bench press. And now on to the squat cleans.
What I like with Haley is she looks confident now that she's in the bottom part of this event. She was fighting through it before, and again, we talked about the form not necessarily looking very pretty or very correct, but she's getting the work done. And now the confidence that she's up in the front, she doesn't have anyone really pushing her. She sees the light at the end of the tunnel. She's staying well ahead of Shillington here. Haley is putting this down. Very impressive time with what she's got going on.
So Shillington on to the round of 2, but here is Murillo now advancing to the round of 2 on the bench press now. And now it's 2 squat cleans for Murillo. Murillo still in command. Now it's the round of 1.
I love the attack that she has on these bars.
Now just 1 bench press. One lift left. Murillo with the Heat 4 win.
Wow, that was impressive.
Now it's Shillington. Now just 1 rep left. That's the squat clean.
Nice movement.
She'll power in for a second place finish here in heat number 4. Here's Voigt in lane 10.
Oh, yeah.
She'll come strong to the finish. China Cho now. Lane number 6.
Oh. So that's what those straps are there for, just to make sure it protects the athlete. They don't get a spot up. They can only get help resetting it. There we go.
So Cho is now on to the squat clean. She's on her round of 2. Just 20 seconds remain. This is Adcock in lane 4 with just seconds left. And the horn will sound. But Haley Murillo, what was the term you used, Bill? Attacking? She was attacking.
Absolutely.
Very aggressive, and more so as the event continued.
I think she had to get the confidence built up within herself to do what she was doing. I will say, from a coach's perspective, the movements were not pretty. I'll flat out say it. However, on a competitive setting, she did exactly what she needed to do. She found that right pace for herself and was able to build on that. And that's what was most impressive, that entire thing. I mean, from the beginning, she was sitting up in that battle with her and China Cho. I thought she was gonna fail. I saw her doing touch and go cleans right away, and it wasn't until that round of 6 that she started to break it up. I mean, look, a little bit of a, I don't want to say a bobble, but there was like almost a hesitation. But after that, it was all Haley, and she just went faster and faster and faster. I mean, it was literally grip and rip. That's the only thing I can say for that event for her, grip and rip. Great finish by Haley. I mean, of any position, the bench was the one that gave her an issue, but look at this, grip, rip, and finish.
And she did not catch the top time that we had seen so far of 14:20, but still did get the heat win. That was Emily Abbott, who had the best time of 14:20.15. She's our event winner. And now it's time for us to go down to Kiki Dixon, who is with our event winner, Emily Abbott.
Emily, you competed in Heat 3, but you took this event. Now, Linda seems pretty straightforward, but what's the trick to this? Looks going to be deceiving.
Listen, when you come across a dusty old bitch, you just got to look her straight in the eye and say, not today. And just, grip it and rip it, like they say. But yeah, she's a dusty old bitch.
Now, how much were you feeling event number 1 while you were getting after event number 2?
I put out so hard on number 1. Like, when I was the first one on the runner, I was like, well, I'm the first one on the runner, and I'm definitely not going to be the last one off this thing. So, man, I smashed it, but trying to do this after that was definitely, it blew my hair back, that's for sure.
You took the event, but what were your expectations coming into Linda?
I don't even have any expectations. I just know that I'm living presently and in the moment, and that's all I can do. And you just accept what's happening to you at that moment and live it. It's amazing.
Thanks, Emily.
Thank you, Kiki.
They fired up Emily
Wow.
Abbott, our event 2 winner out of heat 3. She's having fun, 14, 20, 15, and she was 42 seconds clear of where Haley Murillo came in at 15:02. But this was a fun one to watch all these competitors tested with Linda.
It is, because a lot of them have never even touched this event, and it's old school, and you have to have fun with the old school. There's no school like the old school.